woke up, I was all alone. Everyone's gone. Is it because of those monsters? What do I do now? Do I fight and live? Or do those monsters get me? I don't have any reason to go on living. But I'm scared to die. I'm so afraid of pain. Should I run away? I want to find somebody. I don't like being alone. But is there anyone left alive?
My bad. I forgot to unmute the mic. Okay, let me go back to my game. Sorry about that. So what I was saying was, in that opening sequence, if you look right where the tissue box was, you could see this little package and it had a butterfly on it. And I think it's trying to tell us that her tattoo that she has on her stomach is actually a temporary one and not a permanent one. I just thought that was kind of a neat little detail. I wonder if I can... I can't look it again, but it was in this little top area of the dresser. So I was reading... So Jade, you said you don't really like the characters in Silent Hill 2. I think that's why it's not as far up on my list as it should be. Is it because it's too depressing, or you just don't like their motivations? What about the characters don't you like? Like I said before, this sub-scenario isn't actually that long, but it does sort of kind of connect to the rebirth ending that I just did. I wonder if she says something about the alcohol. Nope. Okay, just... was there something downstairs? So where was this gun when I was escorting you, huh? Oh, and hopefully my fan isn't too loud. If it's too loud, I will shut it off. It's just getting really hot in here. She runs kind of weird. Take her. So if you've been with the stream a little bit earlier, we were talking a lot about a guy called Ernest Baldwin. He's a character in this sub-scenario. Angela and Eddie annoy me a little bit. Oh, okay. Personally, I don't really like James. I don't know, he just rubs me the wrong way. Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, you know, he euthanized Mary. She wanted to die. But then when I heard that uh, sound effect that they removed of her like kind of fighting him and just painted him in a different light for me. But I like Laura. I want her to have a good life, so if that means leaving with James, I'd rather that be like the canonical ending, you know? But I think James is pretty selfish. I actually, after Bob brought it up, after he was saying how the Maria ending's his favorite ending, I'm kind of starting to lean that way too. I think he would repeat the same mistakes. Oh, hello. You're up there on the roof. I was actually considering when I was figuring out what I was going to stream. I almost did this one first because it's kind of a prequel, but it is a spoiler, so I didn't end up going that way. I always thought a game about an older Laura would be good. Me too. You know, it's kind of funny. I interviewed Tom Hewlett a few years ago on my Silent Hill podcast, and we were talking about his work on Homecoming, and apparently he did a lot to kind of rein them in. They were going to go off in bizarre directions, and one of the ideas where he was like, that won't work, was that they wanted to make Elle Laura. And like when they were going across the lake to Silent Hill, they wanted to pull out a jacket that was James' jacket and wrap her in it, and it's like Elle Laura, and Tom is like, but Elle was born in this town and Laura was adopted, and that won't work. I think there was also going to be they wanted to make Homecoming like a trilogy of some sort where wait, did I think I missed something. Actually, I don't need all those items. What am I doing? They were going to make it a trilogy where they wanted to have it end up being like an epic showdown between Josh and Alyssa. So Josh was going to be water and Alyssa was going to be fire, and there's going to be this big epic showdown over Toluca Lake about who's going to rule Silent Hill or something like that. And he was like, no, that's not gonna fly. Honestly, I wanted to see what this team was planning to do for Silent Hill 5, because I remember in interviews they were talking a lot about fear in the light, like brightness and whatnot, and it was, I think, gonna be another personal story, nothing really to do with the cult. I think that would have been really cool, but apparently heads of Konami weren't liking that idea and decided to outsource it instead, and we got Homecoming. Well, it wasn't technically Konami, it was Double Helix, I guess, who were pitching the story or whatever. And he was like, no, the fans are not gonna like that. No, no, you can't do that. The character's story is already concluded. Like trying to bring Alessa back when that's already clearly ends with Silent Hill 3. It would have been funny though. Oh, I thought there was some items here. Is it just me or the fog is really thick? I think it's pretty thick. Get him out. Oh, I'm hurting. Let me by. Okay. But I mean, Konami does come up with dumb ideas. I mean, Metal Gear Survive. That was really dumb. Are you guys planning on getting the Death Stranding game? Just check it out. I know a lot of people are convinced it's horror, but I don't know. I mean, there seems to be some horror elements, but it seems more like an action game to me. Like... Really? I wanted to show something off here. Okay, it's... You know, let me kill these guys first. Okay. Oh, you're still alive. It says a gun in your hand and a skull. I wonder if that was for Maria. I can't read the thing in yellow. Yeah, I can't read. It's too light. So for me, I first played Silent Hill 2 with the with the first release on PlayStation 2. My brother had bought the copy and I played his version. I played it all through and I was super disappointed because I heard the Xbox had this sub scenario and I was so bummed. So I was thrilled when I think it was Walmart or was this Target? Maybe. Had the greatest hits, and I read that in the back it had the Maria sub scenario. I was so excited to play it, and then I was like, "Oh, this is really short." I was sad about how short it was, but you know, it's still a neat little add-on to the story. Though the voice acting for Ernest is kind of bad. It's very monotone, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Fireplace is boarded off. Do not use is written on it. Okay, I won't then. Let's go ahead and save. Jade says, I love the mannequins. In the dark, they're almost beautiful to see. Then they scream like a man. Yeah, they do. I like how when your flashlight hits them, they're very like, there's a gleam off of them. They're very shiny. I do think it's really cool that they made this whole big mansion. I'm kind of wondering if maybe there was something in the main game, or was this actually always going to be part of a sub scenario with Maria? Because it's really detailed. I mean, how many rooms we got in here? Yeah, so do I. I always hear it's Silent Hills in disguise. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. Konami still owns the rights, and I'm sure Hideo Kojima's like, I'm doing my own thing now. Silent Hills. Which I thought was a really dumb name. Why is it multiplied? Silent Hill. Oh wait, I don't want to go that way. Oh, this is the door. Yeah. I want to say their design is so that they are subtly noticeable in dim lighting, but regardless,
Open up.
Yeah. It's usually how I catch sight of them if it's too dark.
Stop it. You're disturbing me.
Doesn't he sound like a computer voiced him?
Found somebody. Can you open the door?
No.
But why?
Is it really necessary for me to answer all your tedious questions?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I want to be alone. Other people just irritate me.
I just want to see another human face. Do you know what's happening in this town? There's no one here. Just monsters.
Yes, I know. But so what?
Rainbow
It has nothing
just
to
said,
do
you
with
could
me.
say that acting is a little
No one here
dead.
means there's no one to disturb
That's a good
me.
one.
You want to be alone?
He sounds
in
like
this
Guy in
insane
some parts.
asylum?
You know what?
Yes,
I never really took a
exactly.
close look at the credits. Let's see who's actually voicing him. Maybe it is Guy, but
But
I don't think
how
so.
can you say that it's this town that's insane? Perhaps it's we who are insane.
Perhaps.
Both of us. Hopelessly insane.
Sorry, my nose is running a bit.
Are you satisfied? Would you leave me alone?
My name is Maria. What's your name?
Ernest.
Hemingway?
Hemingway
Baldwin.
gets a lot of nods in Silent Hill.
Ernest? I'll be back.
Okay. Let's not come there again.
Ernest? Are you there? No. I guess not.
And what's really interesting in this scenario, you really see a different side of Maria. She's not very harsh and sassy and whatnot. She's more vulnerable. And you can kind of, I feel like, connect to her character more. You can see why she's so clingy to James and so upset, I guess, that he only has focus on Mary. She's woken up in this town. She really doesn't know her place. She's born from a wish. You know, she's sentient. Yeah, I think that's really cool. It kind of made me appreciate her character a little bit more, because in the in the original game, I just thought she was so annoying. could fight monsters. Why'd you need James? Oh. Wrong way. I have to go back downstairs. Forgot. How many of you guys in the chat, have you guys seen this before, or is this going to be new for you? Oh, got a boom and a lot of little footsteps. That's kind of creepy. Yeah, her entire identity is based on what James wants, so it makes a lot of sense that she'd be lost without him, which inspired her. So that's true. Yeah, I just find, I guess she's more, I'm more sympathetic towards her. You kind of seeing the side to her. So someone opened up the fireplace. Naughty, naughty. For some reason, there's a ladder in the fireplace leading up. Along the way, I can see something that looks like a hole. Climb the ladder? Yes. Let's climb it. And another kind of enclosed looking space with some grass. Okay, this is a interesting puzzle. Essentially, we're going to be placing these plates on that tombstone looking thing. And if you look closely, we got the 3 ingredients used in the rebirth ending. When the white breath is found, I shall dedicate this thing. O Spirit of Mist, grant us fortune eternal. And then this is the black chalice. Oops. Oh shoot! Sorry guys. Let me do that again. Hit the button too soon. When the dark grail is found, I shall dedicate this thing. You who deny death, grant us fortune eternal. Is written on the back. And then we got the last book. When the crimson words are found, I shall dedicate this thing. O you gods deep in slumber, grant us fortune eternal. Is written on the back. And I just got another donation. Load up my thing. Let me reload this. Go. Once I start Silent Hill 3, I'll be able to see the alerts again. And I went to the wrong page. Oh, view my page. For some reason I went back. Oh my goodness! Someone just donated $250. Let me go to the donations. Anonymous, thank you so much. So now I'm up to $795. We're almost there, you guys. We can totally do it. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, this puzzle is I guess kind of simple. You just want to cover this blue square so none of the blue comes through. So you have to turn the plates and whatnot. So, along with you died joy. All that remains is despair and a future of meaningless tomorrows. But I will never give up. 1, to see your beautiful smile again. 1, to beg the blessings of the gods. I wait for that day. When the boards cover all sadness too will be covered. But until my dreams return to reality, I will have to swallow all the pain. There's a key firmly embedded in the stone beneath the depression. No matter how hard I try, I can't pull it out. Wow. Alrighty, so you gotta remember white goes first. And what's I think black. Okay. Black. is. And then red, I think to the left, I think is the last thing. Yeah, actually, one of the guides I looked at, I think it was on Silent Hill Memories, which is a great Silent Hill site. If you ever need to look up anything about any of the games, they have walkthroughs, all the items. I was looking up their walkthrough for the section, and at this point in time, they're like, you might find it easier just to take, 3 pieces of paper, kind of cut out where the squares are, and just kind of physically turn it to figure out where everything should go. I believe it's to the left. Insert. Presto. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you can't actually physically turn things and look at it. So if it was in real life, it would be pretty easy, but on the screen, not so much. So we just got a key, which will open... Oh, I'm not upstairs. It will open up the hallway, which leads to a child's bedroom. I just forgot which side. Oh, this side. And just like the rest of Silent Hill, this story is pretty sad as well. Ernest's story is pretty sad. Okay, so... forward. Honestly, I've never... I've never done the riddles on the harder difficulties. I should actually try it someday. But see how detailed this whole house is? I can't believe they put this much effort. This is a really cute kid's bedroom. Oh, is this a teddy bear? It's not very well made, but it's sort of cute anyway. I bet Laura would love it. She loves bears. Laura? Who am I talking about? Yeah, who are you talking about? I like that giraffe. And over here we got a calendar. It's from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, November. Oh, we got a... Oh, well, there was a nice little close-up of those drawings above the bed. And I think one of them was of Ernest. It said Daddy on there. Okay. There used to be screenshot Let's Play floating around that was done on the hardest puzzle difficulty and included the solution explanations, but it seems to no longer exist. Oh, really? Even on the Let's Play database thing, it's gone? Oh, that's too bad. I bet you there's probably a playthrough that does the hardest difficulties on YouTube.
Oh no, she fell out the window! Don't move her.
I know it's supposed to be dramatic, but that what happened at the end? It's just really bad. Alrighty. Oh, 1 second. Alright, sorry, I'm back. My dog was at the door again. So I put him to bed. Read this. Okay, where was I? I was... Alright. I think what happened is she fell out the window. I know, just that what happened at the end always makes me giggle. Alrighty, so we need to... Excuse me. We need to get to the prison. That's under the chair, but like James, she's blind as a bat, and we need to get We need to get some light source, but it's a good thing we picked up some matches earlier. Oh. Do I need to be closer? Maybe she meant, how was she able to get out the window? Yeah, that's a little weird. Like, this is the window. Well, yeah, how did she fall? Was it open and whatever? Because she was hiding this present, or she was trying to get this present. I know that much. But it just seems like, why would she go out the window when the present is right there? It's a birthday card? To my dearest daddy, happy birthday from Amy Baldwin. Got the birthday card. Alrighty, we're almost done.
Give it to my daddy.
I will do that, Amy. So... Oh, no, that's her room. I know Ernest moved to a different room. Oh, where'd you come from? Hello, goodbye. Oh, Amy is credited. I saw her listed on the Wikia, so I think she's going to be in the credits. What are you looking at? Oh, bullets. Oh, you know what? I never really tried to look out the window. Do you see anything? Just sort of fogs and trees. So John said that they did something on the Maria scenario, but I'm not sure what they improved, unfortunately. Wait. Alright. Now in the study. And we got the Book of Lost Memories here. I have the strongest trust, you may even call it faith, in the miracle called Resurrection of the Dead. Upon the hill where the light descended, the beast intoned his song, with words of blood, drops of mist, and the vessel of night, the grave become an open field. The people wept in fear and joy at the reunion, but my faith in the salvation of, I have no idea how to pronounce that, did not waver. It is also spoken of in the ancient legends. The original worshippers did not believe that death was the end, but that it was simply the path by which the deceased returned to nature. They also believed that the process was reversible. There's something imprinted towards the bottom of the page. Did Ernest write this? What could it mean? Blood equals red, mist equals white, night equals black. All right. So someone has a little plan here.
Do you know a little girl named Amy?
Why do you ask me that?
This letter. To my dearest daddy. It's from a girl named Amy Baldwin. Your daddy?
Yes. Where'd you find that?
Up in the attic.
Oh. What a fool. Now. It's too late. I finally understand why. Why she was there.
Yeah, but how did she get through the
Why she
window?
was holding that empty envelope when she fell.
Maybe she tripped
Ernest.
or something.
Amy. She isn't... I'm sorry. I'm sorry I reminded you.
No need to apologize. You didn't remind me. I've never forgotten. Maria, some things we forget, and some things we can never forget. It's funny. I'm not sure which one is sadder. It's been 10 years, but I still...
Ernest, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. Maria, that letter.
I'll leave it here.
Thanks. Maria? So you must be... That's why you could see me.
Huh?
So perhaps that means that I can hope for a miracle as well.
What do you mean?
In the apartment next door, there's a bottle containing a white liquid. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's in there somewhere. I must have it.
You... want me to get it for you?
Please.
Why don't you just get it yourself?
If I could, believe me, I would. But
White?
I'll open the stairway door.
Ernest, do you really believe it will work?
I don't know.
Well, that's okay. I don't mind fighting for an impossible cause.
That's nice of you.
Anyway, it beats just giving up and doing nothing.
Maria, thank you.
I know it's also kind of funny. I met Monica Taylor Horgan in 2011 when I visited Konami with CJ, and we asked her about the sequence, and she had like no recollection of recording these lines. So I guess maybe she thought it was part of the main game or something. Oh, I gotta go backwards. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, oh, right. Okay. We're making a trip over to the Blue Creek apartment building, and we're gonna pick up the white chrism. That the same apartment we picked it up in the main game. Some kind of plate on the floor. Amy Baldwin. She was loved too much by God. 7 years was not enough time. I kind of want to know what the people in that apartment, why they have it. Why do they have this white chrism, you know? Were they part of like the worshippers or something? They just have it laying around. Doesn't seem like a... I assume it's supposed to be made out of white Claudia, right? So maybe they're part of the order? Who knows? Oh, I don't have a map. Yes. Didn't mean to hit that button. Keep out of the haunted mansion. That kind of gives you a clue about Ernest. So things are kind of in the same spot. You can go upstairs and whatnot, but all you have is enemies to fight, and there's really no point. Actually, let me put our revolver. And she doesn't have a flashlight, so she can't really observe a lot of stuff unless there's light. It's so tiny. Something's written on the desk, but it's too dark to read. Rainbow. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the lines were recorded around the same time as everything else, but time was short on putting together assets or something, so it wasn't saved. So it was saved for the Xbox. Yeah, that's probably it. The wrong way. We're pretty much done now. I just have to go back to the study and give him the stuff, and we're done. And then we're off to Silent Hill 3. Hopefully I won't get too lost. It's the one I actually know. It's been a long time since I played it, but I've gone through it at least twice, so hopefully I'll remember everything. If not, please bear with me. I do have my strategy guide, so hopefully I won't have to use it. I got the stuff.
Thank you, Maria. That's the only item I couldn't get myself. By the time I found out about it, I could no longer leave this house. So long.
Yes, but Will...
You know,
Maria,
it looked so tiny on
the
that
gods
coin
are here.
puzzle, and
You
now
know
it's
it
like
too.
fits in her palm.
You were born in this town.
I'm not sure God is the right word.
Do you believe in fate?
Not really.
That's fine then.
Ernest, can I open this?
This is a dead end. There's nothing beyond here.
I know. So, what if I had said I believed in fate?
That James. He's a bad man.
James... He... Yes. I know.
He's looking for the you that isn't you.
Because he's kind? Do you... know something?
Yes. Maria, you're...
Anyway, that's just what you think. You don't really know anything. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, she got him some gloves. Why? There's monsters around.
James.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend? My name is Maria.
Alright, let's see who Ernest's voice actor is. I guess Ward E. Sexton was probably Ernest. Silent Hill 2, all done. That was quite a ride. Okay, so up next is Silent Hill 3. Oh, we don't need to see that. What's my rank? Oh, there's no rank. I don't need. Save it. Okay, so next is Silent Hill 3. I'm going to end the stream for a minute just so I can end the recording and whatnot, so I will be right back.